Hi everybody, this is episode 7 of Chatty Sparkly Runners, and we're doing a return to sparkly bits and what they mean.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we best say where we are because it's a lovely place. Not that you can see very much, but
it's very hazy today.
It's very hazy, but we're at the top of Bury Ditches in South Shropshire, which is an Iron Age hill fort, which is beautiful and quiet with the most outstanding views of the South Shropshire countryside.
But I don't think we can show you because it's a little bit hazy.
Yeah, but perhaps another time.
Another time, we'll be back. I'm sure we'll come back.
So the sparkly bits, what are the sparkly bits? Well, we covered them from the beach 2 weeks ago. Seems a long time
ago we were on holiday.
And they're very specific things, the sparkly runs, and they are 10 seconds of fast, relaxed running, if possible with the wind behind you slightly downhill.
Perhaps not as windy as it was in Pembrokeshire.
No, and that 10 seconds of energy is usually what's stored in your muscles so that you won't get tired, you won't get heavy-legged, you won't need any oxygen to get to it, and you won't produce any byproducts. And it won't make you tired. And the three things that when people do the sparkly bits, you're pretty certain that they smile, that they have fun, and it's doing them some good. But I'll explain why it's doing them some good at the end. Because you had some sparkly running on Tuesday.
We did. We were back on the track. It was the first Chatty Sparkly session for a long time. And we did a really good warm-up, 15 minutes. And then my Chatty Sparkly runners did 4 sparkles on the grass. And in a minute, you can have a look at a little clip. For each sparkle, we concentrated on a different technique point or a different point to improve running form. So the first thing we concentrated on was high hips. So that's the helium balloon. Imagining you've got a helium balloon lifting you up so that your hips are lifted and you've got more room for your legs to move around.
Am I still on the screen? If I'm
Hopefully you're still on the screen.
And we do this when we're tutoring. So anybody that's done the Leading in Running Fitness course or the Coaching Assistant course for England Athletics, it's about putting the helium balloon on you and lifting yourself up and giving yourself a good posture. What it really does is it brings your hips up, and so what happens is your hips give your legs lots of room to work in. If you sink your hips, oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not nice to run like that.
And you get a dead man shuffle. Yeah. You were saying that you
sometimes let people have a go at that.
If
you haven't got bad knees, have a go at sinking your hips and just running, and it's horrible. And then it feels really good if you can lift up out of your hips. Imagine that helium balloon lifting you up, and then sparkle. Have a look at my Chatty Sparkly runners in a minute. See how tall they run because they're concentrating on that. And the second thing that I got them to concentrate on was their shoulders. So that's starting with the victory pose.
Yeah, victory pose.
Yeah.
So the victory pose, I was taught this by Lorraine Moller, who's a 4-time Olympian and won the bronze in Barcelona in '92. She also won the Boston Marathon.
She's won a lot of things.
Yeah, so I say she's also a Chatty Sparkly runner. She's a member of our group. So what we've said is, she says, do the victory pose. Pretend you've just won the Boston Marathon or a marathon of your choice. Yes. So you will smile when you do that.
Or you've just rung the 5K
PB bell.
Parkrun bell.
Yes.
There you go.
And then you drop you drop your hands down, keep your chest up, and your shoulders are in exactly the right position for running.
And then as you run your sparkly run, you just relax your shoulders,
and off you go.
It's a perfect position for running. Because quite often, I tend to run with hunched shoulders sometimes. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, don't we?
I'll be looking like I'm in this video. I'll be looking like a.
Yes. So that was the second thing. The third technique point that we concentrated on was fast feet, picking their feet up really quickly, imagining that they were running on hot coals.
Yeah, it's even featured in Chariots of Fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, just run. It just gets the feet going, and they stop plodding. They pick up better.
So have a look at the clip in a second. Look for them running tall, and you won't see the victory pose. And you might notice their relaxed shoulders, but you definitely will notice how high their heels are coming up behind them as they run and as they run past the camera. So have a look at that now.
Okay, so when you see their heels coming up, what they're doing is they're making their leg a shorter lever, so their legs are going round quicker. So it increases their cadence. The quicker you run, the quicker your cadence is. You don't worry about how many steps.
They were running really fast and relaxed, weren't they? It's not a sprint. We'll just remind people that it isn't a sprint.
No, because when you sprint, turn to tense up. We don't do that. It's got to be fast and relaxed and fun.
And the more you do it, the faster you get.
Yeah, and the reason that coming
Yeah, why
back to
do
my
it, though?
original, coming back to why is it good for you? Well, first of all, it strengthens the muscles up because they're working a bit harder. It uses all your muscles, not just your endurance muscles, because you're going quickly. It's stretching you out because you're going through a bigger range of motion. So your tendons are being a little bit stretched out, your muscles are stretched out, they're going through what they really like to be doing. And then it's going to make you a more efficient runner. And by that is you'll run faster for the same amount of energy. And when you see people start off running and they first do their sparkles, they might be a bit clunky and a bit uncoordinated, and they might have a bit of an elbow out or a bit of a hands here and their one knee, whatever is their little running style. We've all been there. And the more they do these fast, relaxed efforts, the more they run smoothly, the more coordinated everything. So all of a sudden it becomes more smooth.
And that transfers to their everyday chatty
more,
running.
and then when they're running at their normal chatty pace, they'll also be better. And there's no energy cost to it. It's not going to make your legs heavy as long as you have those 3 minutes rest.
Yeah, and you can do 4 to 6.
4 to 6,
you recommend?
twice a week.
Once a week or twice a week, whatever you feel like.
Yeah.
You enjoy them. Yeah.
And see if you do smile when you do it, and do the victory pose and see if you smile. And we have our Facebook page.
Yes, we have a Facebook page now where the video is uploaded. We also have a Facebook group, and what I will do is put up a bit more detail on these sparkly runs, I think.
Yeah, so if they join the group,
they get a little bit more information. Okay. So please join the group. And then we've got our website as well, which is www.chattysparklyrunners.co.uk.
Where you can buy.
You can buy. I'm putting an order in soon because you need more kit. You've only got one t-shirt.
Yeah, actually, I've only ever seen me in a blue t-shirt.
My midweek pictures, you're always hiding. I know. You haven't got enough kit. Yeah, so there's that to do. And next week, you've forgotten what next week is.
No, I think I can remember. Next week is something about how to keep chatty.
Yeah, tips for keeping chatty.
Because people do tend to go a little bit too fast. So our top tips for keeping chatty. And why chatty works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll do it again.
And
I don't know where we'll be. That'll be a complete surprise.
Yeah. See you next week.